I am 𝗓𝗏𝗃, studying in 10th class, and I am from the institution of TTWREIS Girls Manala at Vemulavada. Okay, before starting this session, I want to sing a song which I have still remembered from my primary school. Okay. On, in, under, by. On, in, under, by. On, in, under, by. Where is the finger? So, where is the finger? The finger is on my hand. On, in, under, by. On, in, under, by. On, in, under, by. Where is the finger? Now, where is the finger? In my hand. Now, on, in, under, by. On, in, under, by. On, in, under, by. Now, where is the finger? Under. Now, on, in, under, by. On, in, under, by. On, in, under, by. Okay, friends, have you understand this song? And have you guys enjoyed this song? Okay, now, what is this song? And what is this song saying about? Okay, I will tell you, but I want to give some examples which based on my topics. Now, the cat is sitting on the wall and the cat is jumping through the ring. Next, the cat is under the table and also the cat is sitting between two dogs. Here, on, through, under, between. Here, what are these underlined words and what are these underlined words are showing? Okay, I will say you that these underlined words are showing the relationship of noun and pronoun with other words in a sentence is called prepositions. Firstly, preposition derived from Latin word premised, and what is preposition and how it will help us. I will tell you, preposition is word used to show the relationship of noun or pronoun with other words in a sentence is called preposition, and in this preposition they have some examples and I will explain you the examples. For example, I am from Manala school. I am from Manala school and we all are sitting in the classroom and I am writing with a chalk of piece, or the book is on the table. Here, from, in, with, on. Here, these all are example for the prepositions, and in prepositions they have some types of prepositions. Firstly, first one is simple preposition, next one compound preposition, and another one is phrase preposition. Okay, I will repeat it again. Prepositions have three types: simple preposition, compound preposition and phrasal preposition. So, what are these prepositions? I will explain you. Okay, firstly, I will explain you about the simple preposition. Okay, the single word prepositions are known as simple prepositions. For example, at, by, from, in, on, to, with, etc. These all are the examples for simple preposition. Okay, we know that what is simple preposition. The simple preposition is the single word prepositions are called the simple preposition. Next, compound preposition. Compound preposition which have more than two words are called compound prepositions. For example, about, above, behind, below, within, without, inside, outside, etc. These all are the example for the compound preposition. Now, we learnt about the simple preposition and the compound preposition. And another one is the phrase preposition. The groups of words used with the force of a single is called the phrase preposition. Can I revise it again? Okay. The groups of words which force with a single preposition is called the phrase preposition. For example, according to, by mean of, in order to, with regard to, for the sake of, away from, etc. These all are the example for the phrase preposition. Now, these three types of prepositions are there in preposition. What are they? Simple preposition, compound preposition and phrasal preposition. Next, our topic is about in preposition they have some relations which we have expressed in our daily life. And the expressions are 6 types. I will explain you that. First one is time, place, agent, position or movement, manner, agent or instrument. These all are types of expressions in prepositions of relations. Firstly, I will explain you about the preposition of place. We know that the examples of prepositions are in, at, on, with, of, for, etc. Here I have chosen 2 examples. They are in and at. Firstly, I will explain about in. In is used before larger areas like cities, districts, countries, states, etc. For example, in Telangana, in India, in Asia, in Hyderabad, in South Korea, etc. They all are the examples for in preposition of place. Next, preposition of place in when we use the example at. For example, it is used before smaller and lesser important areas like towns, villages, colonies, etc. For example, at Vemulavada, at Manala, at Rudrangi, at Lingampet, etc. These all are the examples for at in preposition of place. And when we combine this in and at examples, we get another example in a sentence form. For example, I live at Banapur in Kamareddy district. I live at Banapur in Kamareddy district. And I will give you another example is I study at Vemulavada in Rajanna Sisilla. These all are the examples for the preposition of place. Next, preposition of time. In our daily life, time is very precious to us. Here also, I have taken 3 examples. They are in, at, on. Firstly, I will explain about in. It is used before weeks, months, years, parts of the days, etc. For example, in the month, in April, in December, in March, in summer, in winter, etc. There are a lot of examples for there in preposition of time. Next, at. It is used before a particular time for etc. And for example is at 3 p.m., at 4 a.m., at 7 p.m., at 5 p.m., etc. These all are the examples for at in preposition of time. Next, another one is on. It is used before days or dates, etc. For example, on 22nd April, on 31st March, on Feb 14th, etc. These all are the examples for on in preposition of time. Here also, when we combine in, at, on, we get another example in a sentence form. Can I say? Okay. Firstly, we hoist the flag on Independence Day in the month of August at 8 a.m. And another example is I celebrate my birthday on 31st March every year. These are the examples for preposition of time. Next, I want to explain about in, on, at. We use in, on, at in time and location. In is a general one and bigger one. In is used for time like in centuries, in decades, in years, in months, in weeks, etc. For example, in is used in time like in 80s, in 1924, in 2024, in July, in May, in 2 weeks, in 5 weeks, etc. We use like this. And next, in location, we use in as in England, in London, in South Korea, in Chinatown, etc. These are the examples for in when we use in location. And next, on. On is more specific and smaller one, not bigger than in. On is used for time like on May 7th, on Feb 14th, on 31st March, on December 30, etc. We use on in time like this, and on is used in location like on Oxford Street, on the corner, etc. These all are the examples for on in location and time. And last one is at. At is very specific and very smallest. For example, at is used in time like at 7 a.m., at 3:30 p.m., at 5 a.m., at 6 a.m., etc. And at location, we use like at 734 Oxford Street, and at the shore, at the shop, at the end, etc. We use it like this, and it is a very particular one we use for the particular things only. and in is a general one, we already know, and on is smaller one, not greater than in, and it is also very smaller one and not greater than in and on. Here the differences between time and location. Next we go for preposition of movement or position. Here also I have chosen two examples. First one is in, second one is as. Firstly I will explain about in. It is used in speaking of the things which are stable or stationary, etc. For example, in the class, in the box, in the chair, in the room, etc. And in is used like this in preposition of movement or position. Next at. At it is used of speaking two things or two positions, etc. For example, he jumped into the well. What? He jumped into the well and she walked into the classroom, or he walked into the kitchen, etc. And another one is please come on to the desk. These are the examples for at in preposition of movement or position. And next I will explain you about preposition of agency and instrument. Here also I have chosen two examples. They are by and with. Firstly I will explain you about by. It is used to refer to a person by whom the action is done. For example, I think you all know this answer. Shall I ask the question? Okay. Jana Gana Mana is written by whom? Yes, Jana Gana Mana is written by Rabindranath Tagore. And it is the example for by in preposition of agency and instrument. Next, another example is with. It is used to refer to the instrument which the action is done. For example, they killed him with iron rods. What? They killed him with iron rods. Second one is they broke the glasses with stones, etc. These are the examples for with in preposition of agency and instrument. Now we go for the topic is preposition of manner or travel. In our daily life we travel one place to another place. Okay, how we travel? We go by bus or on. Here I have chosen two examples, by and on. In our daily life we go by bus, by car, by flight, by train, etc. For example, they travel by bus, or they travel by car, they travel by train, etc. These all are the examples for by in preposition of manner or travel. Next, on. On is used for only when we walk on foot, on bike, on bicycles, on horseback, etc. For example, we are riding on a horseback. We ride on a horseback. And another one is we go to school on foot. It is real. We go to school on foot. These are the examples for on in preposition of manner or travel. Here by and on have much difference when we compare with preposition of manner or travel. By is used for only when we travel by bus, by car, by train, by flight, etc. And on is used for only when we traveled on foot, on bike, on bicycles, on horseback, etc. And these are the differences and examples for the preposition of manner or travel. Next, in prepositions, they have some special cases. These special cases makes us how to use prepositions and in which sentence formation we have to use prepositions. These special cases will explain in this topic. Firstly, no prepositions is used like words today, tomorrow, yesterday, upstairs, downstairs, etc. For example, I met him on yesterday. This sentence is in correct formation? No. I met him yesterday is the correct one. Because of we have special cases. This special cases says how to use preposition and in which sentence formation we have to use preposition. Next, the preposition to is not used before home and abroad, etc. For example, they are going to home is the wrong one. So, what is the correct one? Any guess? Yes, they are going home is the correct one. Then I will ask you a question. He is going to abroad and he is going abroad. In this both, which one is correct? Yes, he is going abroad is the correct one and he is going to abroad is the wrong one. Next, the preposition in is not used before expressions like a day, a week, a month, a year, etc. For example, they take tea twice a day is a correct one, and they take a tea twice in a day is a wrong one, because of in is not used before expressions like day, week, year, etc. And the word like comprise and despite are not followed by prepositions of etc. For example, comprise means consist of, despite means in spite of, and Telangana comprises 32 states. Okay, it is correct or wrong? Yes, it is correct one. What is that example? Telangana comprises 32 states. And next, the prepositions do not take to after them. The prepositions do not take to after them. For example, he advised to me. Is the correct one or wrong one? Yes, it is the wrong one. So, what is the correct one? He advised me is the correct one. Yes, successfully we completed the special cases and we learned how to use a preposition in a word sentence formation. Next, I will say you the differences between it versus in. Okay, it is used for small places and in is used for big places. For example, he lived at Alwar in Rajasthan, and a temple is situated at Madurai in Tamil Nadu, and I study at 𝗵𝗚𝗏𝗧𝗏 in 𝗪𝗁𝗏𝗃. And another live example is I live at Banapur in Kamareddy district, and these are the differences and examples for the it versus in. Next, since versus for. Since is used to indicate the beginning point of action or point of time, and for is used to indicate the period of time or duration of time. And I will give an example which is best for sin. We have been waiting since 2 p.m. It is the example for since. And they are waiting for 5 hours. It is the example for. And differences between since versus for. Next, between versus among. You know between. Between is used for 2 things or 2 people. Among is used before more than 2 people. For example, she is sitting between 2 students is the example for between. And what is the example for among? She is sitting among the students is the example for among, and differences between versus among. Next, beside versus besides. Besides means by the side of. Besides means in addition to, apart from. Here, there is a college beside the temple. It is the example for beside. And residential school provides accommodations besides education. It is the example for besides, and differences versus beside versus besides. Next, to versus towards. To is used to show the destination, and towards is used to indicate the direction. Okay, I will give you an example for to and towards. Firstly, to. They are going to Delhi, or they are going to South Korea. They are coming to India. These are the example for to, and they walk towards the classroom, or they walk towards the kitchen, or they walk towards something, etc. These all are the example for towards, and differences between to versus towards. To means show the destination, and towards means it indicates the direction. Next, above versus over. You know above versus over? Okay, above means higher place or position than someone or something, and over means covering something or someone. For example, she is an above average student. What? She is an above average student is example for above, and a helicopter flew over a building. A helicopter is flew over a building, or a helicopter is flew over a village. It is the example for over, and differences between above versus over. And next, in our daily life, we use prepositions, and I will say activity and I will explain your activity. This activity helps us to use and learn in an easy way. Okay, what is this? It is a stress ball. It removes our stress from our body, and it is the box. Now I am putting this ball in the box. Now the ball is in the box. And now the ball is, I am putting this ball on the box. Now the ball is on the box. Now I am putting the ball in front of the box. Now the ball is in front of the box, and now the ball is back side of the box or behind the box. These are the example for an easy way to learn the prepositions in our daily life. We can't judge how many types of prepositions are there. They have a lot of examples for prepositions. And lastly, I conclude you that in our daily life we use prepositions when we talk with others, or when we expressing something to someone, we definitely use prepositions. We don't know what is prepositions, but we use. These prepositions helps us to know about the places, the time, the instructions, the movement, the agent, etc. A lot types of expressions learns in prepositions, and preposition is very useful in English grammar, and it makes a person to form a sentence and to talk in a fluency with other persons. And with these prepositions we learned a lot of things by these prepositions, and I hope you guys all are enjoyed this my topic. Do you understand this? Yes, and I also enjoyed a lot. And lastly, I want to thank our secretary sir and our Warangal regional coordinator Dr. 𝗕𝗫 sir, and our principal ma'am 𝗪𝘁𝗫𝗀𝗧 ma'am, and a special thanks to my monitor Padmaja madam garu and Revati ma'am, because of they guided me a lot and encouraged me a lot. And last but not the least, I want to thank my friends, my family members who are encouraged me a lot, and they send them to participate in this program. And now I want to thank to TSAT and TSAT management, because of you I'm participating in this program. So thank you for giving this opportunity, and always be happy. Thank you.